The first time you arrive in the Philippines, the air feels different. It's warm, salt-touched, alive with movement and memory. Our story follows a fictional first-time traveler named Elias, stepping onto Philippine soil with no expectations, only curiosity. He's not chasing luxury or postcard perfection, he's searching for understanding. What he doesn't know yet is that this country will reveal itself slowly, through islands, cities, and people, each place leaving a mark. This is not just a list of destinations, this is a journey. 10 places that define the Philippines for those seeing it for the first time. Elias begins where most first-timers do, Manila. The capital is overwhelming at first, traffic roaring, neon lights flashing, centuries colliding in one frame. But Manila is essential. It teaches you how the Philippines moves. Skyscrapers rise beside colonial walls, malls coexist with street vendors, and history hides behind modern chaos. For a first-time visitor, Manila offers context. It introduces the nation's contradictions, resilience, humor, struggle, and ambition. Elias walks through the city, realizing that to understand the Philippines, you must first accept its complexity. Manila doesn't try to impress you, it challenges you. Inside Manila, Elias steps into Intramuros, the old walled city. Time slows here. Cobblestone streets echo with footsteps from centuries ago. Spanish-era churches, fortresses, and quiet courtyards tell stories of colonization and resistance. For first-timers, Intramuros is the Philippines' memory preserved in stone. Elias feels history not as dates, but as atmosphere. This is where the country's past becomes visible and personal. It explains why Filipino culture is layered, why identity is both Eastern and Western. Intramuros grounds the traveler, reminding them that every island story begins here. Leaving Manila, Elias flies south to Cebu, the heart of the Visayas. Cebu feels lighter, more open, but equally historic. This is where Christianity first took root in the Philippines. For first-time travelers, Cebu is balance, city energy, and island calm. Elias visits Magellan's Cross, then drives to white beaches and clear waters within hours. Cebu shows how easily adventure fits into daily life here. It's approachable, friendly, and deeply cultural. Locals smile easily. Conversations start naturally. Cebu teaches Elias that Filipino hospitality isn't a performance, it's instinct. From Cebu, Elias journeys to Bohol, where nature becomes surreal. Chocolate hills stretch endlessly, defying logic and explanation. For first-timers, Bohol offers wonder without chaos. It's quiet, scenic, and gentle. Elias cruises down the Lobak River, watching life unfold slowly along the banks, children waving, elders resting, music floating through the air. He realizes Bohol isn't about adrenaline, it's about peace. It shows how Filipinos live in rhythm with nature. For anyone visiting the Philippines for the first time, Bohol is where you learn to slow down. Next is Palawan, a place Elias had seen only in photos, never believing it could be real. El Nido's limestone cliffs rise from turquoise water like ancient guardians. For first-time visitors, Palawan is proof that the Philippines holds some of the most beautiful landscapes on Earth. Elias kayaks through hidden lagoons, each turn revealing silence and color beyond imagination. But Palawan's real power isn't just beauty, it's preservation. The island teaches respect for nature. Elias understands why travelers fall in love here and never fully leave. Still in Palawan, Elias reaches Coron, where beauty meets history underwater. Sunken World War II shipwrecks rest beneath crystal waters, now alive with coral and fish. For first-timers, Coron offers something rare, beauty shaped by time and conflict. Elias dives, surrounded by silence, realizing that even destruction can transform into something meaningful. Above water, hot springs soothe tired muscles as the sun sets behind jagged cliffs. Coron shows Elias how the Philippines turns hardship into resilience again and again. The journey continues to Boracay, an island known worldwide, often misunderstood. Elias arrives expecting crowds and finds them, but also finds magic. White Beach at sunset is unforgettable. For first-time visitors, Boracay is celebration. It's where the Philippines shows joy openly. Music, laughter, dancing, and connection fill the air. Yet early mornings reveal calm seas and empty shores. Boracay teaches balance, excitement and rest, party and peace. Elias learns that popularity doesn't erase beauty, it simply changes how you experience it. Seeking contrast, Elias heads north to Banaue in the Cordillera Mountains. The rice terraces rise like stairways to the sky, carved by ancestors over 2,000 years ago. For first-time travelers, Banaue reveals the soul of Filipino perseverance. Elias stands in silence, realizing these terraces were built without modern tools, only community and patience. This place tells a story of unity, tradition, and survival. Banaue reminds Elias that the Philippines is not only beaches, it is mountains, heritage, and deep-rooted wisdom passed down through generations. Nearby, Elias visits Sagada, where mystery lingers in the air. Hanging coffins cling to cliffs, challenging how death is understood. For first-time visitors, Sagada is humbling. It invites reflection rather than entertainment. Elias hikes through caves and pine forests, listening to stories from locals about life, death, and respect for ancestors. Sagada teaches that Filipino culture embraces spirituality in many forms. It shows that travel isn't just about seeing, it's about questioning your own beliefs and understanding others without judgment. Returning to the sea, Elias travels to Siargao, the country's surf capital. But Siargao is more than waves. For first-timers, it represents modern Filipino youth culture, creative, relaxed, connected. Elias watches surfers at Cloud 9, then explores lagoons, coconut roads, and quiet villages. Life here moves slowly, intentionally. Siargao teaches him that happiness can be simple. No rush, no pressure, just presence. It's a reminder that the Philippines isn't trapped in the past, it's evolving beautifully. Elias then visits Davao in Mindanao, a region often misunderstood by outsiders. Davao surprises him with order, cleanliness, and warmth. For first-time visitors, Davao challenges stereotypes. Locals speak proudly of discipline, safety, and community. Elias tastes durian, climbs nearby mountains, and listens to stories of coexistence between cultures. Davao shows a different Philippines, strong, diverse, and deeply respectful. It expands Elias's understanding of the nation beyond headlines and assumptions. From Davao, Elias travels to Camiguin, the island born of fire. Volcanoes rise dramatically, surrounded by waterfalls and hot springs. For first-timers, Camiguin is raw and intimate. Elias swims to the sunken cemetery, crosses stepping stones to White Island, and hikes jungle trails alone. Camiguin feels personal, like a secret shared quietly. It teaches that not all beauty demands attention. Some places simply exist, waiting for those willing to listen. Throughout his journey, Elias notices something constant: the people. Strangers offer help without asking. Smiles come easily. Conversations turn personal quickly. For first-time visitors, this is the Philippines' greatest treasure. More than landscapes, it's the human connection that stays. Elias is invited to homes, shared meals, laughed with like family. He realizes Filipino hospitality isn't transactional, it's emotional. You're not treated like a tourist, you're treated like someone who belongs. Food becomes part of the story. Elias tastes adobo in Manila, lechon in Cebu, seafood in Palawan, and home-cooked meals everywhere. For first-timers, Filipino food explains history. Spanish, Chinese, indigenous, and modern influences blend on every plate. Each dish carries memory. Elias learns that food here isn't rushed, it's shared. Meals become conversations, laughter, and connection. Through food, the Philippines tells its story without words. Offers something different, yet all feel connected. For first-time visitors, this diversity is overwhelming in the best way. Beaches, mountains, cities, jungles, no two places feel the same. Elias stops comparing and starts experiencing. He learns to let the country lead, not his expectations. Transportation becomes part of the adventure. Jeepneys, boats, tricycles, and buses carry Elias forward. For first-timers, this unpredictability can feel chaotic, but it's part of the charm. Every delay leads to a story. Every wrong turn reveals something unexpected. Elias learns patience, flexibility, and trust. The Philippines teaches travelers to let go of control. Weather shifts constantly. Sun, rain, clouds. Elias learns to stop planning around perfection. For first-time visitors, the Philippines teaches acceptance. Rain doesn't ruin days, it reshapes them. Locals continue smiling, moving, living. Elias joins them. He understands resilience not as strength, but as joy despite uncertainty. As the journey nears its end, Elias reflects on what these 10 places have taught him. Each destination revealed a different face of the Philippines, but together they formed one story of survival, joy, community, and identity. For first-timers, this country doesn't just show you beauty. Elias realizes that the Philippines rewards curiosity. Those who rush miss its depth. Those who listen gain more than memories. For first-time travelers, patience opens doors to stories, friendships, and understanding. This is a place where time stretches, not wastes. The landscapes fade into memory, but emotions stay sharp. Elias remembers laughter more than views, conversations more than photos. The Philippines teaches that travel is human first, scenic second. On his final night, Elias watches the ocean, realizing he arrived as a visitor, but leaves changed. For first-timers, that's the Philippines' quiet promise. It transforms you without asking permission. The 10 places weren't just destinations, they were lessons. Manila taught complexity, Palawan taught respect, Banaue taught patience, Siargao taught simplicity. Each place, Elias understands now why people return to the Philippines again and again. It's not to see more. For first-time visitors watching the story, the Philippines isn't intimidating, it's inviting. It meets you where you are. And for those planning their first visit, these 10 places are not a checklist, they're a beginning. No matter your background, language, or purpose, the country finds a way to connect with you. Elias boards his flight home, carrying stories heavier than souvenirs. And for those planning their first visit, these 10 places are not a checklist, they're a beginning. Because the first time you visit the Philippines, you don't just explore islands, you discover how a country can feel like home.